As I stated earlier this week, Matt Gaetz is going around the country right now. He's going on TV, doing interviews, acting like his entire life is not a complete and utter dumpster fire. You know, he's acting like he doesn't have a care in the world, but according to a new report from Politico, he might need to start acting like he doesn't have a friend in the world. Except, of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who he's currently on tour with, but that's not exactly the kind of person that you want to associate with, to further your career. That's kind of the dead end of Republican politics. But this Politico report says that Matt Gaetz has now lost a very powerful ally, an ally that Gaetz actually helped create. And that ally happens to be Florida's Trump-loving Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. According to this amazing piece by Politico, it tells the story of how Matt Gaetz met Ron DeSantis when both were serving in the Florida state legislature. And Gaetz, once he became a U.S. congressman, actually helped DeSantis, who was very inexperienced, navigate the entire political field here in the state of Florida. And of course, Matt Gaetz' father was a very influential Florida politician for many, many years, and they used his daddy's connections to get all this money for DeSantis, to get people to support him. And when DeSantis finally won his race for governor, Matt Gaetz was right there advising the transition team. In fact, telling DeSantis who to put on the transition team, telling him who to appoint to certain posts. Sometimes DeSantis listened, sometimes he didn't. But this government here in the state of Florida was brought to you by Matt frickin' Gaetz. And that's something that even I didn't know. I didn't realize he had had that much influence over Ron DeSantis. So, the two are good buddies. And DeSantis owes his entire career to Matt Gaetz and, in fact, the Gaetz family, if we're being honest. But recently, DeSantis was asked about his good buddy Matt Gaetz, was asked about all this turmoil. And DeSantis' office said, "We have nothing to say about this. We have nothing to say about this." No denials. No saying that we've known Matt for a long time. Matt's a good guy. I'm sure all of this, will exonerate him eventually. No saying that, this was all the fake media trying to take down a Republican rising star. Nothing. They didn't offer any of those typical Republican responses to downplay a scandal. All they said was, "We have nothing to say." Matt Gaetz lost what probably was the most powerful ally that he had. An ally who, by the way, a couple of the people involved in this scandal that Matt Gaetz is involved in, Gaetz actually tried to get them appointed to DeSantis' team once he became governor. DeSantis actually took Joel Greenberg to the campaign office of Ron DeSantis when he was running for governor. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe now DeSantis understands that, Matt Gaetz was in neck deep with these guys who are now all rolling over to the feds against him. He brought them into my office. He brought them into my campaigns. He introduced us. Now there's, possible pictures of us together. They've been to our parties. Oh, crap. I don't want to get sucked into this too. Matt Gaetz already didn't have a ton of friends in Washington, D.C., and really not here in the state of Florida anymore. He can't afford to lose somebody like Ron DeSantis. But he has. And that, to me, speaks volumes about whether or not Matt Gaetz is guilty in this particular matter.